Every suit begins not in a tailor's shop, but here, in a mountain of raw fleece.
First, the tightly packed bale is broken apart, beginning the transformation from dirty fleece to clean fiber.
Every fleece undergoes manual skirting. Workers remove the soiled, unusable wool from the edges, leaving only the prime material.
The opening machine brutalizes the compressed bale back into loose clumps. Heavy dust extraction systems here are vital for air quality.
Once sorted, the wool is hydraulically packed into high-density bales, ready for the scouring plant. This single bale weighs nearly 400 pounds.
The raw wool arrives at the scouring facility. Right now, it's nearly 30% dirt, sweat, and natural grease.
The journey through the scour line begins. This first cold rinse removes heavy sand and dirt without trapping it in the grease.
The journey through the scour line begins. This first cold rinse removes heavy sand and dirt without trapping it in the grease. Stage 2 uses heat and biodegradable detergent to melt the natural lanolin covering the fibers. That golden grease is a valuable byproduct. Heavy squeeze rollers extract the filthy water. What was once brown and sticky is now a clean, bright white mat of fiber.
The wool passes through a drum dryer on a bed of forced hot air. It's a delicate balance. Dry it too fast and the fibers turn brittle.
Perfect moisture regain is 16%. If it's too dry, the wool will create static in the next stage. Too wet, and it will clog the machinery.
Sometimes, different wool lots are blended here. A light spinning oil is added to reduce fiber breakage during the upcoming mechanical stress.
The heart of the spinning mill, the carding machine. Millions of fine wire teeth tease the tangled tufts into a parallel arrangement. A delicate film of parallel fibers is peeled off the drum. It's still too weak to be yarn. This is the raw sliver. The sliver is coiled into a can, ready for drafting. It looks uniform, but the fibers are still randomly jumbled inside that rope.
The drawing frame stretches the sliver to thin it out. Here, 6 individual slivers are combined to average out any weight variations.
As the rollers pull the fibers, they straighten completely. This is the mechanism that transforms a fluffy rope into a sleek, disciplined strand.
The roving frame adds a tiny amount of twist, just enough to hold the strand together. This roving is still fragile, ready for the final pull.
The ring spinning frame, the undisputed king of yarn strength. Here, the soft roving is drawn out one last time to its final thickness. The traveler circles the bobbin 25,000 times a minute, inserting 800 twists per meter. The friction heat here is intense. Automatic sensors detect the perfect bobbin diameter and stop the spindle, guaranteeing identical length and tension across every single tube. Doffing is a race against time. Standing frames waste productivity, so the operator clears and restarts the line in minutes.
The winder clears out any knots or slubsbreel. An air splicer joins the yarn so cleanly you can't see the seam.
For a woven fabric, thousands of ends are pulled parallel and rolled onto a warp beam. Absolute tension uniformity is non-negotiable. The modern rapier loom fires the filling thread across the warp at breakneck speed, beating it into a dense, structured tweed. Simultaneously, another line focuses on knitwear. This circular machine knits a seamless fabric tube at lightning speed. Wool is a protein fiber, absorbing dye deep into its core. This high-temperature batch guarantees rich, permanent color. Every inch is inspected under illuminated panels. Human eyes catch what sensors miss: a missing thread, a slub, a slight shade change.
Decotizing applies steam pressure to lock in the fabric's width, luster, and a silky soft handle that resists shrinking.
Computerized patterns maximize yield. The laser-guided blade cuts through 50 layers of wool at once, impossible for a human hand. The cut pieces are organized into a progressive bundle unit, tracking the garment through the maze of industrial sewing machines.
The 4-thread overlock seams wool instantly, simultaneously sewing, trimming, and finishing the raw edge to prevent fraying.
The underpresser bucks the garment into a human form. Steam molds the wool fibers permanently, giving a tailored fit without a single stitch. The final quality audit check. Buttons must be secure, and the pattern must match at the pocket. Any flaw sends it back for repair. Cleanly folded around recycled tissue, the garment is bagged to protect it from moisture in transit. Carbonizing uses controlled acid to turn plant fibers into carbon ash. without damaging the protein-based wool. The crushing rollers pulverize the carbonized matter into dust. What was once vegetable contamination is now completely eliminated. Any residual acid would weaken the wool over time. A neutralizing bath restores the fabric's natural pH balance. Pulling shrinks the fabric deliberately, locking the fibers together. This is how loose weaves become dense, weatherproof tweeds. Controlled agitation and heat caught the wool scales to interlock. The fabric shrinks up to 30%, creating incredible warmth and durability.
The fabric has transformed. What was loose and airy is now tight, warm, and nearly windproof.
Brazing brings loose fiber ends to the surface, creating that classic soft, brushed feel found in flannel and melton. Each pass of the raising cylinder teases more fibers upward. Multiple passes build the depth of the nap. Shearing machines cut the fuzzy nap to a precise height, giving luxury coatings their signature smooth, plush finish. Shearing machines cut the fuzzy nap to a precise height, giving luxury coatings their signature smooth, plush finish. Final brushing lays the nap in one direction, creating the characteristic luster of premium wool coatings.
Steam pressing stabilizes the fabric dimensions and enhances the surface smoothness without crushing the delicate nap.
Calendaring engraves microscopic patterns into the surface, adding visual depth and a silky touch. Modern wool can be water-resistant. Fluorocarbon-free treatments bond to the fibers, repelling rain while maintaining breathability.
The tenter frame holds the fabric at exact width while heat cures the finish, locking in both the treatment and the fabric dimensions.
Moth-proofing protects the garment during storage. The treatment bonds permanently and remains effective through the garment's lifetime. Enzymes gently digest loose fiber ends that cause pilling, extending the fabric's pristine appearance over years of wear. Every meter is scrutinized. Even tiny color variations invisible to most consumers are flagged and graded.
Precision cutting into uniform lengths ensures accurate inventory and easier handling in the cutting room.
Each roll is wound under controlled tension to prevent creasing. The label includes batch number, color, and quality grade.
The fabric rests in climate-controlled storage, awaiting orders from garment manufacturers worldwide.
Before a single cut, designers refine digital patterns to match the wool's unique drape and stretch characteristics.
The first sample is always cut by hand. This allows immediate adjustments before committing to mass production. Sample machinists are the most experienced in the factory. Their work determines if the pattern goes to production.
Live fit sessions revealed how the garment moves on a real body. Even millimeters matter in premium clothing.
Every pin mark becomes a digital coordinate. The corrected pattern is now ready for pre-production approval. Each layer is spread in alternating directions to balance the fabric's natural bias. Precision here affects garment quality. 100 layers means 100 identical coats from a single cut. The marker paper acts as the cutting guide. The straight knife cuts with a reciprocating blade moving thousands of times per minute, slicing cleanly through the entire stack. Curved sections require the band knife. The continuous loop blade allows for tight radius cuts impossible with a straight knife. Notches are the tailor's language. They indicate how pieces align, ensuring perfect matching during assembly.
Every piece is tagged for digital tracking. From this moment, the garment's journey is fully traceable.
Even a 2mm variance across 100 layers means some garments won't fit properly. Random sampling catches errors early.
Shoulder seams bear the weight of the entire garment. Immediate pressing embeds the seam, preventing puckering.
The collar is a garment within a garment. Its 3 layers must curve naturally around the neck.
Turning the collar without blunting the points requires skill. These corners define the garment's sharpness.
The collar must curve in 3 dimensions. Steam molding over a shaped form creates that permanent roll.
Attaching the collar requires easing the 2 curves together. Pins every inch ensure smooth distribution.
sleeves are pre-assembled in batches. The curved seam requires specific presser foot pressure to prevent stretching.
Setting a sleeve is the ultimate test of a machinist. The cap must fit smoothly despite being larger than the armhole.
The machine creates a thread shank automatically, giving the button room to pass through the thick wool layers. Hem evenness determines whether the coat hangs properly. Each mark is checked against a reference garment. The blind hem stitch uses a curved needle that catches the outer fabric minimally. From outside, only tiny pick stitches show.
Final hem pressing sets the fold permanently. The sharp crease is a hallmark of quality tailoring. The finishing press inflates to human dimensions, steaming the garment from the inside while smoothing every seam.
The steam has set every fold and curve. The coat now has the body and drape of a tailored garment.
Some details can't be machined. Hand pad stitching creates the natural lapel roll found only in premium garments.
Each scan updates global inventory in real time. Retailers know exactly what's in transit at any moment. Thousands of hours of skill, hundreds of hands, and one timeless material. This is how wool becomes more than...
Interfacing gives structure to lapels and front edges. The adhesive side will bond to the wool under heat and pressure.
At 150 degrees Celsius and 6 tons of pressure, the adhesive melts and bonds permanently to the wool fibers.
Rapid cooling sets the bond. Attempting to sew before cooling can cause bubbling and delamination.
The side seam closes the garment body. Consistency here determines whether the coat hangs straight.
The lining is cut from lighter fabric, usually polyester or viscose, for smoothness and durability.
Lining assembly is faster than shell construction. The forgiving fabric requires less precision.
Thread trimming is the final touch before inspection. Even a single loose end is unacceptable.
Despite clean rooms, lint and dust accumulate during assembly. The lint roller ensures pristine presentation.
Quality control uses a 75-point checklist. A single failure sends the garment back for correction. The inspector's signature is their personal guarantee. Each approved garment bears their identification.
Folding technique protects the garment shape during shipping. Tissue prevents creasing at stress points.
The breathable garment bag protects during transport while allowing customers to see the quality immediately.
Marker making is an art. Every percentage point saved means dozens of extra garments per fabric roll.
The spreading machine lays up to 100 layers, each perfectly aligned. Tension must be consistent, or the cut pieces will vary.
Pocket welts are pre-constructed offline. Precision here determines the coat's professional appearance.
The bound pocket is tailoring signature detail. The opening must be cut exactly, or the welt won't sit flush.
The pocket bag is hidden but critical. It must withstand years of use and the weight of heavy items.
Edge stitching isn't just decorative. It flattens seams and adds durability to high-stress areas.
The lining must have ease, extra fabric, that allows it to move independently of the shell for comfort. Industrial buttonhole machines complete each opening in 4 seconds, with stitch density impossible by hand.
The cutting blade is sharpened daily. A dull blade can fray the threads or cut into the surrounding fabric.
Natural horn buttons are individually selected for color match. No two are identical, so matching is an art.
A single coat passes through 47 different pairs of hands. Each operator is a specialist in one specific operation.
The lining insertion is methodical. Each pinpoint must match to prevent twisting inside the finished garment.
Every garment is measured. Tolerances are within 3 millimeters, tighter than most manufacturing standards.
Button security is tested mechanically. The attachment must survive years of stress without loosening.